Welcome to Impact Moment for you right here on DCTV. I'm Alvin Jones, and with Impact Moment, we try to be a bridge to bring services, organizations, and people in need together. And today is no exception, because today we really are dealing with bridges. We have District Bridges with us today, and Brianne Dornbush is the Executive Director, and she's with me right now. How you doing, Brianne?
Doing well, Alvin.
Now, let's talk about District Bridges, how you bring folks and organizations together. That sounds so incredible.
Thank you. So District Bridges is a community development nonprofit organization. We're based right here in DC in Columbia Heights. We serve 10 different neighborhoods throughout the city. And our whole goal is to help connect the community, small local businesses, and community development organizations like ourselves. We love collaboration. We love helping folks who live, work, and play here in the district connect with new businesses and opportunities to just really build a thriving, more interconnected community. Our small businesses are the lifeblood of our local economy. People love to go to their local coffee shop where they walk in and they know your order and you get to chit chat with the barista. And it's really small businesses that employ so many Washington, D.C. residents. They have been particularly impacted by the pandemic. And I think the focus on how important small businesses are has only become more acute given what we've gone through over the last year. And so our work to support small businesses is really important. We get to be the go-to resource to help support them in whatever challenge they might be facing.
What are some of the challenges that you still have? And more importantly, what are some of the rewards that you've seen in the last year since we've had this pandemic?
Yeah, so getting access to small businesses is still a challenge. And often for small businesses, we have a lot of immigrant-owned businesses where English is not their first language. And so communicating with them in their language, whether that means translating documents, whether that means having one of our staff members who's able to communicate directly with them in their native language. But there's also technology barriers. And so a lot of businesses, even in the before times, did not have a website, may have not had any social media, may not use email regularly and check email. And so getting the information to them has been a creative process for us. We've utilized volunteers to pass out flyers. We literally taped flyers to doors of businesses so that when they would come back to their business, they would have that information in hand. And really, we've also used text messages. A lot of the businesses, pretty much everyone has a cell phone these days. And so they may not be checking their email, but they'll usually respond to a text. But some of the things that have been really interesting that have come out of the pandemic, and I think is an opportunity, businesses have adapted using QR codes for menus, takeout food for restaurants, and delivery services for retail stores. I think there have also been some really interesting utilization of space in our city. So if you have seen the streeteries, District Bridges is responsible for, I believe, over 30% of, maybe 40% of the streeteries that are throughout the city. The restaurants in DC have been able to utilize the parking spaces in front of their storefronts to have outdoor dining. That went all the way through the winter. The brave folks of DC were willing to still support their small businesses through the streeteries with heavy coats and heaters galore. But that was one thing that we were able to pivot and create this opportunity for small businesses. And we were able to work with DDOT and DCRA and the different DC agencies to bring this opportunity to small businesses and really help them survive through this really, really challenging time.
What you've illustrated tells us that when organizations get together with the community, with government, and with business, solutions are found.
I think one thing that is often not highlighted enough is that we really operate in an ecosystem. And so it's not just about the work that District Bridges does, it's not just the work that the government does or small businesses do, but it's how we work collaboratively together that is particularly important. There are 26 DC main streets throughout the Washington, DC area. They serve many different neighborhoods and many different small businesses. District Bridges, we serve over 1,000 small businesses, but it really is through collaboration that we're able to serve these businesses in a holistic manner. We've partnered with Rhode Island Avenue Main Street. They actually were the partners in helping us get Access Point off the ground. We also have partnered with many of our other Main Street and BID partners, business improvement districts throughout the DC area. DC is a city that really has a phenomenal small business community. We have really cool local restaurants and retailers, and we have that diversity because those business owners are passionate about the city. They want to bring their talents and passions to the community, but the reciprocation of the community then supporting those small businesses is really important. And so making a commitment to shopping local, not only does the local restaurants and retailers, not only do they hire and employ DC residents, but they also contribute directly back to the local economy. And so particularly as we're coming into a phase of recovery, we really need to think about where we're spending our dollars so that we're really investing in the development of our city.
So here's what I think the action plan is. Get your wallet, put it in your purse or your back pocket, go out, turn left, turn right, go straight out of your door, find a small local business and buy something. That's my suggestion. What do you think, Brianne?
I think that's a great idea.
Brianne, thank you so very much for coming on Impact Moment and all of the great work that you and your associates do with District Bridges.
Thanks, Alvin.
All right. So for Impact Moment, I'm Alvin Jones, and it's all for you right here on DCTV.